is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Yeah.
Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Come on! 180! Check 55, Mike. I got him!
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Leonard Fournette.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Todd. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. as his guys are in for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 54 Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
36.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. For 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's more on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This will be caught at about the 5. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. It's caught in the end end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second down now. It's Armstrong, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
21.
Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
The It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning it is Moore. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll toss it to Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Check nickel.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, Delta.
Get him.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No call, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bang, 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 bang. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Keenan Allen, 81 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. This is taken near the 13. Touchdown, Vikings! 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Garoppolo now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. A first down carry here for Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
11, 21.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 3rd down, Armstrong. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
The tackle made by Stephon Gilmore. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here we go.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 21-yard line.
Pick me up. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to go down again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's going to let one fly for, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Stay with your man.
Now Trubisky on first down. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
So don't get hot.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to Davis. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Let's go, dude.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's get off the field. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. It's caught by Davis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Play action. Garoppolo. Escape. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
Let's go.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's got Allen. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And it was the Colts emerging victorious. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's 4th down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. One final try now for Garoppolo. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.